job. Thank you very much. Please keep it to Nigeria.
No, the oldest person in Nigeria here. Yes, I am. I accept it. I accept it seriously. Thank you everybody. And now where do I start? I think I'm going to start with this appreciation day. And I get my phone from my bag. There's something I want to read out from there. Sister Cordelia and Reverend Obodoefuna have been doing this appreciation day. And believe it or not, today is the day I actually know the meaning of it. And I'm sure some of us here are the same. Because a few people have asked, said, I don't know, but if she says she's doing something, let us go. Is anybody like that? Please hands up. Anybody like that? Yes, I know, because I was in that thing as well. Because appreciation day, I thought it was. But let me see. I actually went to Google, and it is quite interesting what appreciation day means there. So I just want to read some of it out for us, so we can know what we are doing here. In America, this Elders Appreciation Day is quite big, but it's not in UK. We are not used to it, but these two are well traveled. I'm not sure where they went to find this to bring it to us in UK. And I thank them for it. I appreciate it because I like to know things all of the time. Yeah? So let me see where I put it. It's not on here. Serena, please come and type it for me. I haven't got my eyes. Please, darling, please. You are the best. You are the best. All right. Just type it for me. And let us see. Elders Appreciation Day. Elders Appreciation Day. And Serena, please read it for us. Yeah. Because it's important that we know this. I felt that.
On the 14th of December 1990, the United Nations General Assembly designated October 1st as the International Days of Older Persons, and there was a resolution 45-106 passed. So many people, celebrate the day since then. And the real purpose of Elder Appreciation Day is a day celebrated annually to recognize the contributions of older persons and to examine issues that affects their life.
Wow. And this.
International Elders Day is celebrated to keep elders at home happy. They should be respected and cared for in every way possible.
Thank you. And this is actually for October 1. That is the Elders Appreciation Day every year. And these guys are doing it in October every year. See that bright? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, what we are talking about now is about retiring in Nigeria or going on in Nigeria. I retired to Nigeria, although Britain being my second home, I spent 6 months here, 6 months back home. Anybody want to do that? I can tell you that's the best, because you are actually getting the best of both worlds. Yes. I live here in winter and go, and when they are in rainy season in Nigeria, I don't come here during summer here. How can you beat that? Yes. So I actually recommend it for anybody who can do that. You do it. It's well recommended. But before you do it, you need to prepare. You need to prepare If you don't have a home, a place to call home in Nigeria, which maybe some of us don't, prepare for it. You can't do that. Get a piece of land if you don't have the land, and build on it. Do a lovely place for yourself where you want to retire. It's very important. I planted. There's no plant that you can't find in my place. All of it. So I eat fruit all the time. They eat most of it when I'm not there, but at least it's there. And so I don't feel bad for them. They can carry on and eat it. So really, you need to make a home for yourself. And again, if you're building a house in Nigeria, please do it yourself. Don't rely on anybody to do it for you, because it's not a thing. A lot of people are hungry and they need money. I've read stories where people send money to people, and by the time you know it, they use it. And when you come by and say, "Where's the house?" They say, "Well, I used the money because there was something more important. Children will eat. The money is there, they'll spend it. But when you go home, build as much as you can, come back, and when you get some more money, go back again. It might take you 5 years to finish the building where you want. That's fine. But if you give people money, it doesn't matter who, it might be brother, does not matter who. They will spend it because there's something more urgent for them to do than that money you gave them. So I think that's what we have to have in our mind. And you're planning the kind of life you want. I will also say that if you need a car to use down there, plan for a car. I will send a car from abroad, not from here, because we do right hand here, but they do left hand over there. So I plan mine from America, and they send it down from America, and I've been happy with it since. So I'm just suggesting things here, because I've been asked to do that. And another thing I will suggest for us to do is you source a lot of things out. Sort your security out. You need security in Nigeria. I had 2 big dogs at home. They're very good. We feed them and everything, but it's good. Nobody comes to that premises after 8 o'clock, because that is when the dogs come out. If you come in there uninvited, you are on your own. The dogs can do anything to you. But before that, the dogs are in their home and they don't come out during the day. So they are there for security at night because you need it. So plan that. Not just dog, you can still get a security man that man the gatehouse. That is good. And for me, that was very, very effective as well. And you need to sort out access to health care. In Nigeria, things are not that easy. There's no ambulance that will run around and take you to the hospital in the blink of an eye like they do here. So you must make your own plans. If you are someone who might need everybody might need anytime anyway, so everybody should do it and get yourself a plan for your health care. It is very important. And I think one should try and get involved in activities back home where you belong. Register yourself in your local church. It's very important. I find that very useful. And you will then make friends, find somewhere to go, and also your family meetings. Register there. No tree can make a forest. You can't be on your own. You need to have your people beside you. And one other thing is that you will need to have a kind of a hobby, something that you'll be doing good. I call it appreciation, appreciating God. Payback time, if you like. God has been so good to you. There are people who need it there. You have to give as well. Make a kind of charity, something that you can get into. It's very fulfilling, I must tell you. So fulfilling. I will not do it. It's very, very perfect. So that every time you feel good because God is so good to me. I want to give, I want to pay back, I want to give some out. So you get yourself into something doing to help out. It doesn't matter who it is, women, what do you call it, those who are they lost their widows, widowers, children, any kind of thing you want to do. And I know that if people know that you are from abroad, like they do to me, they always come with you, to you. But one important thing I will advise is that be keyed on with God, because you need to ask God, apart from the other things we ask Him, protection and what have you, because we're going to be very prayerful in Nigeria, I must say. I'm not saying that we don't pray here, but in Nigeria, I tell you, you pray every minute. When you get on the road, you pray. When you're doing anything, you pray, because anything can befall you just like that. Even illness, anything. So we must be very prayerful. Having said that, it is very important that I'm saying for myself, really. I always ask God to get the people that He wants me to help to me and let me know it. Because sometimes people will come, a lot of them are not people who are in need. Some of them are people who see you as you have the money, so you have to bring it out, let's share it, that kind of a thing. So they come and they ask from you. And if you don't know anything, you give. And when the real people who need money comes, you don't know. So my prayer is always that God will just help me to decipher the right people who really, really need. So we need to be very, very prayerful on that. And God always comes through. Because even when I am home, you see people come to the gate. They want this, they want that. Half of the time you see that those people don't need those things. But the people that need it may come because you've been hard. Last week you say, no, I don't want to do, but that's the real person you want to do. So that's why we must be prayerful to ask God to let you know what is the right thing to do and who is the right person to be. And I talked about hobby, try to get involved. And what I want to say now is that God has given us the strength to do these things if we plan to do it. And we always feel good about it. But then, a lot of the time, being human, we are afraid. We fear. Fear for how will it go, things are not going to be fine. But then I suggest that because we are children of God, we trust in God. We leave that fear out. After all, the Bible tells us, where did it say that now? I think it's 1 Timothy. It's in 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy 1, chapter 7. He said, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of sound mind. And we go with that. And that is a good way to be, because when all that fear will come to you, you think, oh, shall I do this, shall I do that? Will that happen? Will the other one happen? But because if we keep on doing that, we can't do anything. We are always afraid of what might never happen. But we have the Spirit of God in us that's giving us that taking away that spirit of fear from us, and we are strong at it. So I will say, always have that Spirit of God in you. Always have that passage. Tell yourself. So many times I tell myself, no, God has not given me the spirit of fear. No, I won't do this. I'm not going to do this. And then that devil that's lurking around will just shoot, and then you got yourself. I would like, Sina, please, can you read us Philippians 4:4-7? That's what I want to close with. Because whatever happens, we need to actually rely on God. That is a good place to live. And then we might even talk, people might ask questions and we can discuss for the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But let's just read that thing first. Ezinne, come and take.
Philippians 4, verse 4 to 7. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again I say rejoice. Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Do we have anybody want to say anything? We can just a few minutes discuss that. Yeah? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for what you shared. That is very, very relevant.
Thank you.
Yes. The question I want to ask is, I've been thinking about this, and somebody said if you do that, your pension in UK, they may stop it. If you're not.
No. Your pension in UK, in fact, if you want your pension in your village, they will give it to you there, in Naira. Yes, British pension, wherever. They are going to be sending your money wherever you want. My husband's pension, he still gets it. And he doesn't live here. He's not here. Yeah. So don't worry about your pension. Your pension is intact.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I have a question. I'm having this question because, no matter what age you are, you would always want to think about the future. And in fact, the longer you have to think about the future, the better your future will be because you have more time to prepare. My question is, as you said, you spend 6 months here and 6 months in Nigeria. Out of the two environments, which one do you enjoy more and why?
That's a tight question, I think.
And it's not because you stay in my house. I'm just.
Can you see what I have to do? Right. Honestly, I enjoy both. Anytime I'm in England, after a month or two, I think I need to go back. Anytime I'm back home, after a few months, I think I need to go to UK. So I enjoy both of them equally. And I cannot choose one for the other. I cannot do one and not the other. In fact, I'm so used to this life that I don't even think I'm going to be able to separate it and say, oh, let me just stay in Nigeria now. I don't think I would. Or let me just stay in Britain now. I wouldn't do that either. Right? Anybody else?
And why?
Why?
Dude,
Are you asking me why I can't?
he asked you why.
No, because I love the two. I just love the two. And when I get here, it gives me opportunity to go away on holidays from here, spend time, travel all over the world, and I use my pension quite rightly, and then eat is food. I love food. I sleep in his house without paying. I mean, I'm blessed. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, never.
I have a contribution. Thank you. As you mentioned, planning to go home is a process, and it's a process that is thought through. But many of us here, working through the process, there are aspects that become an obstacle. For example, you have said that sort out transport, which is very key. But to sort your transport, you did it from America, where you organized for a car to be sent.
We can't hear.
Sorry. So I'm talking about the process. And part of the process that interests me is sorting out transport. Where she sorted it from America. Yes, you can buy it from Nigeria, or you can get it sourced from America, as you said. But my question is, for someone that has no knowledge, if there is a way in which, like, I can approach you and say, sister, how did you do that bit? Or you're in a process of building and you say, sister, I've got to this place. How can I compare prices? Little things like that would be useful for those who are planning this process through. So I wonder if that something like that can come out of this kind of discussion. That would be useful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a excellent question. And I think if one wants to send for transport from abroad, as we said, America, you need to have somebody over there. You understand? You need to have somebody over there. I had a nephew who lives there. So I said to him, Shady, please buy me a car. How much does it need? And he told me, and I sent him the money. And he transported it straight to Nigeria. And that car is fabulous. I'm not saying you can't buy it in Nigeria. You can. But the issue is that you don't know who used it and how it's used and all that. And how long it's been in Nigeria, in the bad roads. You might buy it and it might look good, and within a month or two, you'll be hearing some sounds today. And I would say that since I had that car, it's been fine. And money bit, you need to send the money to whoever. I mean, if you are planning, I can ask my nephew to get you one. That's no problem. I'm sure he will do it. If all he needs to do, just tell you how much money the car he saw will cost. And I bet with any car that he sends you, I've had this car now for how many years? 8 years, something like that. And it's perfect, no problem. Mind you, I only use it for 6 months. And I shut it down. I don't let anybody take my car when I'm out.
The customs is where
Custom, yes. Custom will do what they do, isn't it? Everything is money. Custom is custom. We can't do anything about that. And every day they raise their price for custom. They tell you this percentage. They tell you, especially according to the age of your car. If your car is a newer car, it's more expensive. It's an older car, it's more cheaper. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the information. But mine is security. A lot of people have had very terrible experiences in Nigeria, and it's getting worse. You talked about your dogs, but now they even kill the dogs. It's a terrible thing. And what still is that the people you have in your home may even be the dogs. So that has been a source of discouragement for a lot of people, even visiting home. So how do we handle that? And I know you may, they say bring Megad, do this, have security people. Most of them are rogues.
Yeah.
They are the thieves, they invite the thieves.
Yeah.
It's true.
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. Security is very important. I still say it here that the most important thing is that we should give God everything. Let God decide for you. I've sacked 3 security men before I got the one God gave me. And that guy is super. It's his family, the children, they bought their gate house where they live. They are perfect and they are okay. The same thing with housekeeper. It's God that gives you the right thing. You must leave everything for God. You must ask him. I talked to him, I said, what do you want me to do on this issue? Where are we going from here? And in most time, He will come through. So we must have that faith, that belief that God will take care of you. A lot of people keep telling me when I go to Nigeria, are you not afraid that people might kidnap you and your family will meant to pay? I'm not afraid. I am not. Because I know that God who tells me to be there will always take care of me. I don't even think about it. So, security, I think God is the biggest security we have. We cannot rely on the security men or even the dogs, as you said. They can be killed and what have you. But if God says that this is your dog and this is your security man, everybody else is wasting their time.
But implied in what you're saying, you also imply that if you're not sure of a security guy you have, sack him immediately.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Don't be afraid to just, until you get to the right person.
Yes, when you get to the right person, you are through.
Well, my sister, I'm just going to digress a little bit. What about when you get to Nigeria? Tell me the type of fruits we need to plant, fruits and, which one you have in your garden,
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I think your family home where you live should have as much edible food as you can. I plan where the land I got a big land, so I had a lot. You have avocado, guavas, mango, different types of mango, both German and native ones and what have you. Oranges, all types, and tangerines. All types of banana, plantain. Just you need to, because if you're living back home, you must make it to be back home. It's not that you're living back home and then you're having a house that you have in the streets here, where it's just a house, there's nothing. No, you must make sure you plant. And we even plant the yams, all the herbs and what have you there. It's very important, very necessary.
I just want to add something to what you said, like for electricity. In Nigeria, I go to Nigeria at least once a year or twice a year. We haven't got electricity. When I went home for our interval, we were there for 6 weeks. Altogether, I can see we had about 2 days. It's all planned, and the money we spent for petrol then was a lot. So I'm thinking, if you're going home, please try to plan for solar. Save money. It's not too much for us here, because we take the money, it will be a lot in Nigeria. So me, I'm going home anyway. Maybe next year I'll go. I retired now, and I'm waiting for 1 year more, 1 more year to go home. I may be doing like her, come and go, but I want to base at home. So plan for all those things. Solar is very important. Maybe standby generator, but solar mainly. And the water is not there. You go to ground, love your water. Do borehole or do well, whatever you have in your environment. That I've done in my house at home. So that all doesn't have to be there. For you to live near the life you live here, have light, water, what else? Security. And so be happy.
Yes, thank you very much. I have to say that she had a good point there. I did not mention it. But since the best thing I've done since I went home was having solar in my house. Everywhere is lit up all of the time, 24/7. In fact, the light in my house never blinks. Even when electricity never comes, it takes over without even blinking. You don't know when it takes over. And then so you're light all the time. People come there to charge their phone. When the whole area is in darkness, you are in light. Like she said, solar is not that expensive. Right? It has gone a bit up now. But when I did it about 6 years or so ago, I did my solar. It didn't cost me more than 3 million naira. But now you're looking at 20 and pass. but it's still better because you have electricity. I could not live in Ngozi if I didn't have solar. I couldn't, because the light is terrible. Maybe in a week you have 2 days or 1 day or none. It is not good. And as for water, you have to make your own water. Just like you make your own roads in Nigeria, and make your own schools, and make your own everything. You have to make your own water, and make your own electricity to be happy. And we had this borehole that is, it just pumped, that the whole place is okay with water, just like you're here. And that's what everybody needs to do when you're planning to go home, to live at home, right? So thank you.
No, Obodoefuna first. That's been waiting.
Okay. I know everybody is talking about security. And myself, there was a time I was so frightened about it. I shared it before how, Psalm 94 become reality to me. So, even the security, we talk about security. Those that know me, that know that for some time now, I'm supporting these young ones that are meditating now for good of our country. Because no place like home. No place like home, honestly. Sometimes, like I was sharing with somebody the other few days ago, it grieves me and it pains me when I see certain of our people, the age they are and the jobs they are doing here. And back home, think back home. How when we were growing up, once one of those people that are in town, when they are sick, they come back home, and you need to see how we pamper them like you pamper egg. But here, any age now, who is washing your car, who is doing this, who is doing that? Even we talk about security, even here, this place we are now, it's not even safe. Nowhere is safe, like she just said. You just trust God. No place like home. My friend was telling me the other, when she goes home, most of her medication, she doesn't have it. I was laughing. She said it's not a funny thing, and she's very. But when she's coming back, as soon as she's stepping out in the airport, she said it looks like somebody put a bag of cement in her head. But most of the things, medication she doesn't take it when she goes home. So even though all those things, we talk about all that. Let us pray and trust God that things will be better for us. Praise the Lord. It depends on the individuals as well. So when you're talking about security, let us always looking about security of our country.
Thank you very much, everybody. I think with all
yes, some real gems of information about living in Nigeria. And I think it would be really wonderful for you to pull your information into a book or folder to help other people, because there's so much people and have a different chapter on, say, energy, electricity, security and all of that sort of stuff, just to sow the seeds, so people can at least have a foundation from which to get further information, or even just, because I know you said you've got solar power. I mean, that's still very new even over here, so it's like, we would love those resources, even to know who are reliable builders over there in Nigeria. And just one other thing, is it better to live in the village or in the town?
Well, that is that's difficult. If you live in town, that is good. If you have a job, I mean, as a young person, obviously you have to live in the city so that you can work. But somebody like me, I don't have a place in the city. I go there to visit, and I go home where it's quiet. But I'm sure for young people, you have to find, and there are areas in the city where it is like nicer area. Every part of the world have their own nicer area. And if one can get a good job that puts you up in that place, like if you get a job in Mobile, for instance, or one of the oil companies, they will give you a lovely apartment by the seaside in Victoria Island, yes. And then you'll be fine. So it's just where it is. Oil companies. Most oil companies, they have houses by the seaside, and they give to their workers, and they're quite Okay, so, yeah. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, could you clap for Sister Ngozi, please? Because I know if we allow this to go